Observing a toilet installation reveals a missed hole, an oversight that presents a risk of water leakage around the toilet space. A properly installed toilet ensures a watertight seal, preventing water from escaping and potentially causing damage to the surrounding floor and structure. This seal is achieved by securing the toilet to the floor using bolts that pass through designated holes in the toilet space. These holes are typically covered with decorative caps after installation. When a hole is missed, the corresponding bolt is absent, leaving a gap through which water can seep. This leakage may not be immediately apparent, but over time, it can lead to significant problems. Water can penetrate the flooring, causing it to rot or warp. It can also seep into the subfloor, potentially weakening the structure and creating a breeding ground for mold and mildew. Mold growth can lead to health problems and further deterioration of building materials. Therefore, it is imperative to ensure that all holes are properly utilized and sealed during toilet installation. The installation process typically involves firstly positioning the toilet over the closet flange, a fitting that connects the toilet to the drain pipe. Secondly, aligning the bolt holes in the toilet space with the corresponding holes in the closet flange. Thirdly, inserting bolts through the holes and tightening them to secure the toilet to the floor. Fourthly, applying a bead of sealant around the base of the toilet to create a watertight barrier. When a hole is missed, the installer must take corrective action. This may involve drilling a new hole in the toilet space, ensuring that it aligns with the closet flange. It is crucial to exercise caution when drilling to avoid cracking or damaging the toilet. Alternatively, the installer may choose to use a thicker wax ring or additional sealant to compensate for the missing bolt. The wax ring is a pliable seal that sits between the toilet and the closet flange, providing a watertight connection. A thicker wax ring can help to fill any gaps caused by the missing bolt. Additional sealant can also be applied around the base of the toilet to further prevent water leakage. However, these are temporary solutions and are not permanent fixes. The best course of action is to install the bolt. To install the bolt, one may need to purchase a new bolt and not to match the existing hardware. If the closet flange is damaged, it may need to be replaced. The closet flange is a critical component of the toilet installation, and any damage to it can compromise the watertight seal. Replacing the closet flange is a more involved process that may require the services of a qualified plumber. Regardless of the corrective action taken, it is important to monitor the toilet for any signs of leakage. This includes checking for water around the base of the toilet, as well as any dampness or discoloration on the surrounding floor. If any leakage is detected, further action is necessary to address the problem. This may involve tightening the bolts, applying additional sealant, or replacing the wax ring. In severe cases, it may be necessary to remove the toilet and inspect the closet flange for damage. Preventing missed holes during toilet installation is crucial to avoiding these potential problems. Installers should take the time to carefully align the toilet with the closet flange, ensuring that all bolt holes are properly aligned. They should also use the appropriate hardware and tools to secure the toilet to the floor. In addition, installers should thoroughly inspect the installation after completion to ensure that there are no leaks. Homeowners can also play a role in preventing missed holes by carefully inspecting the toilet installation after it is completed. They should check for any gaps or misalignments, and they should also monitor the toilet for any signs of leakage. If any problems are detected, they should contact a qualified plumber to address the issue. By taking these precautions, homeowners can help to prevent water damage and ensure the longevity of their toilets. Furthermore, it is important to note that building codes often specify requirements for toilet installation, including the number and placement of bolts. Installers should be familiar with these codes and ensure that their installations comply with all applicable requirements. Failure to comply with building codes can result in fines or other penalties. In addition to preventing water leakage, proper toilet installation is also important for ensuring the stability and safety of the toilet. A loosely installed toilet can rock or wobble, which can be uncomfortable and potentially dangerous. The rocking motion can also damage the toilet or the surrounding flooring. Therefore, it is essential to ensure that the toilet is securely fastened to the floor. This requires using the correct size and type of bolts, as well as tightening them to the proper torque. Over-tightening the bolts can crack the toilet. Furthermore, it is important to use a level to ensure that the toilet is properly aligned. A misaligned toilet can be uncomfortable to use, and it can also put stress on the plumbing connections. Adjusting the shims may be required for older homes. In addition to the bolts, sealant plays a crucial role in creating a watertight seal around the base of the toilet. The sealant should be applied evenly and smoothly to ensure that there are no gaps or voids. The type of sealant used should be compatible with the toilet and the flooring material. Some sealants may stain or damage certain types of flooring. The sealant should also be waterproof and resistant to mold and mildew. Furthermore, it is important to allow the sealant to fully cure before using the toilet. This may take several hours or even days depending on the type of sealant used. Rushing the curing process can compromise the watertight seal. Finally, it is important to note that toilet installation is not a complicated task, but it requires attention to detail and a basic understanding of plumbing principles. Homeowners who are not comfortable performing the installation themselves should hire a qualified plumber. A professional plumber will have the experience and expertise to ensure that the toilet is installed correctly and safely. They will also be able to identify and address any potential problems before they become major issues. Investing in professional installation can save homeowners time, money, and hassle in the long run. When selecting a plumber, it is important to choose a reputable and licensed professional. Check online reviews and ask for references to ensure that the plumber has a good track record. Also, be sure to obtain a written estimate before work begins, outlining the scope of the project and the cost of labor and materials. This will help to avoid any surprises later on. Regular maintenance can also help to prevent problems with toilet installations. This includes checking for leaks around the base of the toilet, as well as inspecting the bolts and sealant for damage. If any problems are detected, they should be addressed promptly to prevent further damage. Homeowners should also avoid using harsh chemicals or abrasive cleaners on the toilet, as these can damage the finish and compromise the watertight seal. Instead, use mild soap and water to clean the toilet regularly. Following these tips can help to ensure that your toilet installation is properly done, preventing water leakage and maintaining the integrity of your plumbing system. Ignoring these important steps can cause expensive damages. Always ensure the area is dry before commencing the repairs to ensure the adhesion of the new sealant.